Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
Let's now have a listen to some of the mixed views expressed on the political stage regarding the report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry.
The accused have been exposed and the guilty have been found out, not once but twice. It was proven through my report via COPE, and now the Presidential Commission has confirmed these findings with more depth, detail and calculation. All would have been lost if there was a disparity. What should be done now? Both reports are good now. It is time to implement the law. It is pointless to close the stable door after the horse has bolted. Their passports must be impounded immediately. Their bank accounts must be frozen. The 11 billion in state assets that have been lost needs to be recovered by seizing their property. It is the money of the people of this country. The law is equal to all. If an innocent man from the village defrauded the government of 1,000 rupees, what would happen? He would be arrested, beaten up, imprisoned, remanded, and only then would they hear evidence. They would only record his statement from within the cell. The law which applies to the ordinary man is the same law that applies to the bigwigs. There are no two law books.
As MPs and ministers representing the United National Party, we will stand straight at that point. The Presidential Commission has submitted its findings. Whether it was done targeting the UNP or not, a crime has been committed, and they must face the consequences and receive punishment. No matter what happens, the wrongdoers will have to face it.
Lenin had said that in their fight for liberation, they would even break into the banks to get money. The ethics facing those who come into politics is, what are you working for? If it is a correct thing that is important to humanity, then it is possible to grant forgiveness if a mistake is made along the way. That has been the ethical law throughout history. I do not know why Ranil Wickremesinghe is stealing. If he has stolen, he has a duty to tell the country why.
Since the Bond Commission functioned as a preliminary judicial proceeding, we accept the report submitted by the Commission. I wish to say that as an MP representing the UNP, I am of the stern stance that the tax money should be recovered from the family of Arjuna Mahendran and Arjuna Aloysius. Our government has established 3 high courts approved by the Cabinet. Once these 3 high courts are established within the month, we can hear the Bond case in one court and the report of the Commission on serious acts of fraud and corruption in the other 2. Only then will it be proven that we have elected an impartial president.
We state strongly, no one else but the Prime Minister of the country, Ranil Wickremesinghe, is responsible for this. If they are punishing Ravi Karunanayake for providing false evidence, then action should also be taken against Ranil Wickremesinghe. Ranil Wickremesinghe appointed the 3-member committee, and that committee said nothing has happened and there was no corruption there. Hand in your letter of resignation and go home within the week. We ask the President to use your sword now. Use your sword now and chase these rogues from the country.
We say that instead of taking up the case and waving the scabbard around, he should draw the sword out of the scabbard and strike the person responsible. At that point, we will stand fearless. We are not saying that if people from our group have stolen, it should be covered up. What we need to do here is to correct where we went wrong. Through the common candidate, we work to implement the promises of good governance and the good governance program. Now through this common candidate, we are seeing a dictatorial program, a program to rescue the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. We did not see what was within what he said. We say fearlessly that we will shake good governance and bring together the collective of groups which work to establish good governance to send President Maithripala Sirisena home.
We are in a consensus government. Do not turn this report into a political platform. The President did not appoint this commission to point fingers at any individual or any party. Let us talk about it. We must not move away from the key program.
The President made a statement today regarding the bond report. The President has also received reports of 34 frauds committed through the bond scam. For the first time in Sri Lanka, there is a trend that punishment must be meted out for such incidents. I see this situation a victory for the government. No matter who the wrongdoers are, they must be punished. We are vigilant on this. We are aware there are people connected with several crimes on the electoral list. That is why we are contesting the election alone.